This right here is the new wheel and tyre combo for the New South. They're big, they're bold, and they are bloody beautiful. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about these. But before we show you how these are fitted up and what exactly we've chosen, we're gonna take you back in time real quick. So come with me. Well, we just got the phone call we've been waiting for from Dynamic Wheels. The new DWC lockup rims that I've chosen are ready to pick up. 17x9, -30 offset. They're gonna be perfect for this thing once it's lifted. We're gonna go and pick them up. They're only about 10 minutes around the corner from where we are now, HD Auto. Super, super keen. Can't wait to see some Treps fitted up to these things. Get in the car, let's bloody go. We've just arrived at Dynamic headquarters. Pretty sure I'm in the wrong spot, but that's okay. We're gonna head into the office and make sure everything is in order, all the paperwork's done. And then we're gonna grab the new rims. Super excited. Well, it's a bit like being a kid in a candy store here. We're at Dynamic HQ up here in Brisbane, and well, I have got some serious decisions to make. We're definitely leaning towards the DWC lockups because they're super strong, super staunch, super tough looking. Not a lot of people are running them, and well, they've got the exact size I need for this new build. They're gonna look phenomenal. They're gonna work perfectly with the Maxxis Treps we're gonna be running. Plus, I've got free range over a couple of different styles and colors. Something tells me I'm in the right spot, so the only thing left to do is get these loaded up in the car, get them back to Sydney. Pretty exciting. Well, we're back from Brisbane. You guys know what's in this box. The new DWC wheels. Very, very keen to get these fitted up. Now, Kyle is the man who's doing the job for us. He's behind getting all the beadlock bolts hit up with some anti-seize and that kind of thing, which is a very important part. But these things look so, so good. It's been a while since I've had these out of the box, since Brisbane, but good hairnet. I'll take that to the cafeteria later. And then, now you're probably realizing that there is a beadlock ring missing. And that's because normally these would come with the powder coated ring to suit this rim. We wanted to go something a little bit different, so I actually got them to send down this. This is a polished beadlock ring from the polished lockup rims they do. So that I think is gonna go absolutely perfectly on there. Polished ring, black center, on the car with that retro theme, gonna look phenomenal. Anyway, I'm not doing Kyle any favors by holding this rim hostage, so let's get this over there and start fitting these Treps. Look, ma, I'm doing it. Good. I know stuff about things. Nice. It's not going anywhere. There you go, mate. Cheers. Just a couple of blokes lubing up. He's done this before. There, mate, a bit more, a bit more. That's all good. If you guys at home have got experience with rubber, you know the more lube the merrier. So if they're going that way, I don't know. They're directional, my brain's not working. Finished up the probably most important part of fitting a big set of tyres to a set of beadlocks, and that is torquing up the bolts correctly. Now, the DWC lockups use a massive 3/8 inch bolt with an imperial head, I think 1/2 inch maybe, if I am not mistaken. but it's very important to do the correct torque setting and also in a star pattern. So we're doing these up to 33 Newton meters, which is converted over from foot-pound, and you want to do it in a star pattern, so always opposing stud. And the reason for that is you want the ring to be brought down as evenly as possible so that it's basically clamping that bead as evenly and equally as possible. That's important because if you don't do this, there is the chance that this comes down crookedly. The torque is going to be off because the ring will be sitting at an angle. There's going to be sort of lateral pressure on the bolt. And then it's also going to be a nightmare to balance up because there might be a high spot, low spot. The ring won't be centered and all that kind of stuff. A lot of shops will use balance beads for these sorts of things. I've used those in the past and absolutely hated them. Blue Flame use proper stick-on wheel weights, which is super sick. It means we can get these actually nailed in the balance and driving really nicely. So once they're all torqued up, you do a couple of passes, basically rattle them all down loosely, go through, give them a couple of passes in that star pattern, make sure they're all down nice and tight. And then the job's on. Chuck some air in it, we'll move on to the last one, and then happy days, get them balanced up. Let's talk tyres. Obviously, I've had a couple of sets of Treps and a set of razors in the past, and I've loved every minute of it. I've never had a puncture, never had a sidewall tear or anything like that. So, of course, for the new build, I was going to go with Maxxis. These are, of course, the Trepador M8060s, the Bias Competition Compound. Super, super sexy, super aggressive looking tyre. So for starters, it's going to set the truck off absolutely amazingly. But there are a whole lot of other features that are going to make these things absolutely phenomenal on and off-road. For starters, you've got a directional conformable tread design, which is going to give you really sure-footed feeling on the road, off-road, but also give you fantastic traction. You've got multi-angled sipes, which is going to wick away water and again give you fantastic sort of loose gravel, loose dirt traction when you need it the most. You've also got these huge conformable sidewall lugs and these massive voids in here, which is going to give you fantastic puncture resistance and also phenomenal self-cleaning characteristics. These things are just in a league of their own when it comes to mud performance, rock performance, or anything like that. Plus, fitted up to these DWC lockups that we've got, 17 by 9 inch beadlocks means we can run them at a super low pressure, not have to worry about having a bead jump off the rim or anything like that. And I think this combination is going to look absolutely phenomenal. Before we can do anything with this, we've got to go get them balanced up in the back corner. So let's go do that. So how a beadlock works, or these beadlocks at least, is the front side, which is the side that's always prone to coming off, gets clamped on by the actual beadlock ring. Now the back side is actually still held on by air pressure. So once you've sort of bolted everything up and torqued that front side, you do have to put the wheel down, get some weight on it, and then put some air into it through the valve to help the back side of that bead sit on the rim. Then once it's done, pull it off, put a core in the valve, and then job's on. When you're running Treps on the road, here's something that a lot of players probably don't realize, is that you can only really run these at around 18 to 20 PSI, because if you run them any more than that, you'll end up basically ballooning the tire and it'll wear incredibly unevenly. So you do have to be careful of that. So on the road, 18 to 20 PSI, which you can imagine sucks so much power out of the motor and the driveline. Next step is to get these on the balancer. Beautiful thing about Blue Flame is they can balance up to 42, so massive tyres and beadlocks are no dramas. We'll get these on, see how many weights we do have to put on, get them all balanced up mint, including the spare, and then job's on. Under my arm is a very scientific machine that I don't really understand how it works. So basically it's going to spin up a freshly mounted Maxxis Trepador on the rim and basically tell us if it's balanced or not, and if it's not balanced, how much weight we have to add to the rim to make it perfect. As you can see, Kyle's nailed it. It doesn't need any weights, it's perfectly balanced, which means this can go in the car. You're not going to have any ugly vibrations or weird sort of feedback through the car from the wheels and tyres and that sort of thing. So balance beads are acceptable if you hate yourself. This is the proper way to do it on a proper balancing machine with proper stick-on weights. It gives you the best result. Now, sorry to interrupt this video, but I just wanted to remind you guys of the super sick giveaway I'm running currently on my Instagram. Now, one of my favorite things about partnering with super cool Aussie businesses like Darche is that they don't only just support me, but they in turn help me support you guys with, well, giving away free stuff. Right now, over on the Sam Young 4x4 Instagram account, I'm giving away a brand new Darche Dirty D Plus swag. The best swag in the business, heaps of space, absolutely gonna revolutionize the way you guys camp. And the best part is you can enter for absolutely free. All you got to do is head over to the Instagram, make sure you're following Sam Young 4x4, make sure you're following Darche, then go find the post and tag as many mates in the comments as you like. Every comment is a brand new entry. You'll automatically be in with a chance to win. From the time of this video, this will be announced in 1 week's time, guys, on Instagram, so make sure you're following, make sure you cross your fingers, and well, good luck. You could be about to be camping in a brand new Darche. Well, that's another set of Treps and beadlocks fitted up by the goats here at Blue Flame. Now, if you guys want to get your own set of Maxxis tyres or DWC beadlocks, then hit them up. They can even fit them for you. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, aren't you going to show us these gorgeous things fitted up to the car? And the answer is yes, but not today. Absolutely not. Mostly because they're just not going to fit. We line them up next to the car and it's just going to hit the flares. So you're going to have to wait and see. Tomorrow, me and the camera crew are heading out to Kinsella's Customs, and that's when the real fun starts. We get to do all the suspension, all the bar work, and finally fit these up. And that's when you're going to get to see what they look like on the car. Guys, until then, subscribe, drop a comment if you've loved this, thumbs up, send it to your mates, and well, stay tuned because the next couple of weeks, there's a lot going on and you're going to bloody love it. Fit them up, which is super exciting. Tomorrow, I'll hook you up and even fit them for you. Now, you're probably wondering, aren't you going to show us them on the car? And normally, I would...
Sorry, Russ, I didn't realise you were filming, eh? I did that
Weights put to basically bring it to zero and make it perfectly balanced.